weeks ago, President Obama told us that we're in the midst of our own Sputnik moment, that we're falling desperately behind in areas like job creation, innovation, and education, and not dealing with the world's biggest problems like climate change. But we're also in this insane information age where we can access the entire world's information set from our phone. But we're ironically getting more confused rather than having more understanding. And you think that now more than ever, universities and degrees would be vital, and that maybe you might want to go back and get a second degree. Well, I'm here to tell you that's a terrible idea. Many of you might have gotten your money's worth out of education. There are great universities. For a lot of people, it makes sense. If you want to work with big lasers, study inverted black holes, be a dentist, you've got to go to school. But for the rest of us, it's kind of a scam, right? You think timeshares are a bad idea? Try racking up tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, slaving away without pay for 4 to 10 years, leaving your family, friends, and home, all so you can get the third unpaid internship? If a salesman came to my door and offered me that deal, I would politely tell him to take a flying leap. But that's exactly the deal we tell every child in our society. Pay your dues, work hard, and you can get a job doing something you love. But ask anyone in the millennial generation, and they will tell you that that bargain is broken. There are too many smart young people with master's degrees that should be building businesses or solving the world's problems, but they're working in service industries for minimum wage, and that's not okay. And the reason that's happening is because the academics' response to the information age has been inflation. Get more degrees, they're worth less, and they're going to cost you more. And the reason that's happened is twofold. One, universities have a bad media model. And two, is the industry of higher education is riddled with perverse incentives. First, look at the model. A university gives you basically three things. You get a signal to the market of value, you get content, and you get a network. All of those things are getting disrupted by the information age. But fundamentally, a university is a media business. They don't realize it, kind of like newspapers didn't realize they weren't journalism organizations, but they package, sell, and distribute information. So let's look at this model, right? You've got the professor position as Oracle, broadcasting at between 400 and 800 students. They're studying stagnant curriculum that's developed by committees, and they're reading out of textbooks that are artificially updated every few quarters, so they can't buy used copies. And for some reason, they all have to sit in the same room at the same time, right? This is a broken package. This doesn't work. Pop quiz. When Harvard and MIT are giving away their lectures for free online, when you can buy your textbooks on Amazon.com, and when graduate students are grading the papers, how many Econ 101 professors do we really need in this country? You see, when you price gouge your customers, and when you don't deliver the promised value, your industry gets disrupted. And I think that higher education is about to have its Napster moment. And that's good, but what do? We can all create our own research agendas, create our own learning paths. For example, if you want to learn Spanish, should you take a 4-year degree and get a Spanish major? Or should you fly to a Spanish-speaking country and live there for a year, immersing yourself in the culture? That's what I did for my goal. When I was in high school, I decided I wanted to be a political and economic strategist like Karl Rove, sans the evil. So what I did was I decided to take a few experiments and test some theories. In the time it took to get an undergraduate and graduate degree, I started 3 businesses, 2 of them profitable, launched 2 nonprofits, 1 of them thriving in rural Africa, managed a political campaign, was Mayor McGinn's primary spokesman during the last election, and did it with no debt, even made a little cash. And I'm 24. But this isn't because I'm special or unique. This is because I was encouraged to experiment, and I was supported in taking risks. And that's what education is all about. And that's what learning is about. That's why I've started something called the Leaders Network, which is targeted at emerging leaders who understand there needs to be learning in a different way. People connected in real time and learning on things that are on cutting edge, like information warfare tactics, community organizing, and networked economics. If you'd like to learn with me, I'd be thrilled to have you as part of it, and feel free to contact me. Maybe we can make some sense of this chaos. Thank you.